Hello guys! Welcome back again. I know I'm wearing the same thing. That's because I'm filming 3 videos tonight. This is number 2. We're just having a roll and I'm just gonna keep uploading. So, second video tonight, we are going to be making pretzels using fathead dough. I found 2 recipes on Pinterest that looked absolutely amazing. So the first recipe is going to be garlic parmesan fathead dough pretzels, and then the second one is going to be cinnamon sugar pretzels, like the Annie's pretzels from the mall, you know? So good. So we are going to go ahead and get started with the garlic parmesan pretzels first. So the ingredients you are going to need is 1.5 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, 2 tablespoons of softened cream cheese. We got 3/4 cup of almond flour, 1 egg lightly beaten, 3 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. The recipe actually asked for 1.5 teaspoons of the garlic, but I felt like that was a bit too much, so we're gonna start with this first. And then I have 4 tablespoons of grated Parmesan. I have 1 teaspoon of the Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of the garlic powder, and a couple sprinkles of dried parsley there. So the first thing you are going to do is you're just going to take your cream cheese, add it in with your mozzarella, and you are going to microwave this for 30 seconds. And you're gonna stir it, and then you'll microwave it for another 30 seconds. Okay, so now you guys can see that that is all nicely melted together. Just gonna go ahead and give it a quick stir here. Now the recipe says you can just go ahead and take your seasoning, add it into your almond flour, and add that into your mixture. I'm going to wait a little bit on my egg until my mixture cools down because I don't want to scramble my egg. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this a stir. Smells good already. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my egg. Okay, so now that all is nicely mixed in together, I imagine this is where it gets a little bit sticky, but that's okay. You can also wait for this mixture to cool down a little bit before you start handling it. It might make it a little bit easier to roll it all out and stuff. I do have my oven preheating to 350 degrees as well. I'm just warning you guys now, you are going to get a little messy on this one, but it's totally fine. It's worth it. Okay, so now the recipe says to go ahead and split your dough into 4 equal parts. It also says that if you find the dough to be too sticky, you can go ahead and wet your hands. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Okay. Yeah, that does help actually a lot. So I'm just kind of rolling this dough up. And I'm going to take a knife. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it says to just roll it into a pretzel. So cute. So there's 1 pretzel. And you guys could honestly probably make these a lot longer and a lot bigger. But doing what I can. I'm gonna wet my hands a little bit more. They just smell so good. Okay. Okay, so we have our 4. Okay, so we have our 4 pretzels there. And now the recipe says to go ahead and just brush your melted butter all over the pretzels. I like a lot of butter on mine, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna drench them. And now it says you can go ahead and just stir this up and pour this seasoning right on top. So let's go ahead and give that a good stir. Oops. They don't look the prettiest now, but I'm sure they're going to taste amazing. So that's all that matters, right? Okay. Now it says to bake these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. So as soon as these are done and they come out, I'm going to show you guys what they look like. Okay guys, part number 2. We're going to be doing the cinnamon sugar pretzels. So a lot like the first recipe, this is going to be a fathead dough. So you're going to start off with your 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese. You're going to add your 2 tablespoons of softened cream cheese together. And then you're just going to go ahead and microwave that for 30 seconds. Stir it and then microwave it for another 30 seconds. So once that's done, I'll be back to show you the rest. Okay guys, I am back with that melted cheese combination here. So you're going to go ahead and just add your almond flour and your 1 beaten egg in. That's actually our other pretzels right now. Ooh. Those look yummy. Okay, so as I was saying, you're gonna add your 3/4 cup almond flour and your 1 beaten egg into this mixture. I also have 1 tablespoon of sugar with half a tablespoon of cinnamon, and then I have 2 tablespoons of melted butter here as well. So just wanna give this a nice little stir here. Pour in the almond flour and your egg. Okay, so there you go, you have your dough nice and mixed up. So just like the other mixture, you're gonna take your pan. You're gonna take your dough. And I am going to go ahead and go wet my hands again so that this is a little bit easier to work with. Okay. All right. And then you're gonna go ahead and just cut this up into 4 even sections. As even as you can possibly make them, that is. One, 2, 3, 4. And again, just like the other pretzels, you're just going to take these and you're just going to roll them out. Alright guys, and there you have it. You have 4 pretty pretzels. And now, just like the other recipe, you're going to take your butter and you're just going to drizzle or smother the tops of these pretzels. And then you're just gonna go ahead and sprinkle your cinnamon sugar mixture on top. Oh my goodness, the smell of cinnamon. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. I did get a little heavy-handed with that sugar, but that's okay. Let's see if we can brush it up along the edges. I have some high hopes for these. Okay, so now you're just going to go ahead and bake those in the oven at 350 degrees for 15 minutes as well. So when these are done and they're cooled, I will be back to taste test both of these pretzels to let you guys know what I think. Okay guys, so both of our pretzels are done baking. We have our garlic parmesan ones right here, which look really delicious. And then we have our cinnamon ones right here, which smell amazing and also look really delicious. So here's one thing that I will say about both of these. They're very flat. And the cinnamon ones actually had to cook a lot longer. And I was thinking it's probably best if you cook the pretzel by itself and then smother it with the butter and sprinkle the sugar on top. So that probably, you know, had something to do with it. But if you're going to make these recipes, I would highly recommend putting like half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of baking powder in each of these, because they are pretty, they're pretty flat. But other than that, they look and smell amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this cinnamon one a taste. Oh yeah, that is really good. Another thing you can do with this is you can, you know, just sprinkle some more butter on top and then, okay guys, sorry about that. As I was saying, as my camera really interrupted me, yeah, I would highly recommend cooking the pretzel first and then sprinkling the butter on top and then pouring the cinnamon sugar on it. I think you'll get a little bit more of that flavor, but you could always do this and then put more butter on top and more cinnamon sugar, because who doesn't want more? But those are honestly so dang good and they smell amazing. So, lovely. Now, on to our next pretzel. I actually have a little bit of my Rao's homemade marinara sauce that I thought would be perfect for the occasion. So you can see, same with these, they are pretty flat, and I would totally add baking powder to these. I just think that they would help fluff them up a bit. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Oh my gosh. That is delicious. Oh my gosh, that is so good. So, that was good. That tastes pretty much just like pizza, and that was delicious and so good. I can't get over that. So, highly recommend these, guys. Two really yummy, delicious options, with or without baking powder. They're still really, really good. I hope you guys try these because they're really delicious. Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.